Hello everybody, my name is Rory Fitzpatrick. I'm the athletic director here at St. Ignatius High School. I'm really looking forward to Wildcats Roar come this August. I'm especially excited to announce the new class of inductees to the St. Ignatius High School Athletic Hall of Fame. So I really hope you can join us on Saturday, August 16th as we honor these great men. Let's now meet our new inductees. Our first inductee is Mark McCain from the class of 1989. Mark earned 5 letters in football and in track during a standout athletic career at St. Ignatius. A 2-year starter at defensive end, Mark was the co-captain of the school's first ever OHSAA football team championship in 1988. Mark's ability to stuff the run and chase down opposing quarterbacks wreaked havoc on opposing game plans. He led one of the most dominating defenses in the Chuck Kyle era, holding opponents to 5 points per game and registering 6 shutouts. No team scored more than 13 points on the Cats in an undefeated season. For his efforts, Mark earned first-team All-Scholastic, first-team All-District, and AP second-team All-Ohio honors. As a track and field athlete, Mark threw the shot put and discus for 2 seasons and finished his track and field career as a regional qualifier his senior season. Mark played college football at Yale University and was a 3-year starter for the Bulldogs. I will never forget the image of Mark hugging Coach Kyle after that first championship. It is one of the most iconic images in that era of St. Ignatius football. Congratulations, Mark, on your induction to the St. Ignatius Athletic Hall of Fame. Our next inductee is Brett Sturba from the class of 1996. Brett was a 5-time letter winner during his high school career. On the soccer pitch, Brett lettered 3 times and established himself as one of the top defenders in program history. He was the leader of Mike McLaughlin's first squad and helped propel the Cats to their first ever district and regional championships, resulting in the program's inaugural visit to the state Final Four in 1995, clearly setting the stage for the greatness that was soon to follow. His tenacious defense and foot skills earned him first-team All-League honors his senior year. On the gridiron, Brett was an instrumental member of the special teams in helping the Cats to an Ohio championship and national championship in 1995. During his 2-year varsity career, he made 8 of 13 field goal attempts, his longest being 36 yards, and 35 of 43 PATs as the team's kicker. Brett really excelled at the next level as he kicked for the College of William & Mary, where he enjoyed an all-conference and all-American career and remains in the top 5 of several kicking categories. He signed professionally with the Green Bay Packers after graduation from William & Mary. You need young men like Brett to raise the level of play and expectations for a program, and that is certainly what he did for Coach McLaughlin and our soccer program. We are so excited to honor that legacy and welcome Brett to the St. Ignatius Hall of Fame. Congratulations. Our next honoree is Dominic Ozanne from the class of 2003. Dominic earned 4 letters in tennis while establishing himself as one of the best athletes to ever swing a racket for the Wildcats. Dominic was the school's first ever 3-time state qualifier as a singles player. Only future Wildcat state champion Nate Griffin in 2014 has matched this feat. Dominic led the tennis program to its 2 most successful seasons, his junior and senior seasons, while captaining the squad to the most wins in a single season his senior year. For his performance his senior season, which included a sectional championship in number 1 singles and culminating with a 4th place finish at the state tournament, Dominic garnered first-team All-Ohio honors and also earned the prestigious John Harlow Sportsmanship Award from the Ohio Tennis Coaches Association at the state tournament in 2003. At the time of his graduation, Dominic was one of the program leaders in several categories, including state tournament appearances, 1st place, singles match victories, 1st, overall match victories, 2nd, singles career winning percentage, 2nd, overall winning percentage, 2nd. He remains in the top 3 in all of these categories. Just amazing. Dominic played collegiately at The Ohio State University, where he was part of the senior class that led the program to the most victories for a senior group in Buckeye tennis history at the time. He was such a great competitor for the Cats, and I am so excited to welcome Dominic to the St. Ignatius Hall of Fame. Congratulations. Our next inductee is Brian Hoyer from the class of 2004. Brian earned 7 letters, 4 in baseball and 3 in football, as he starred for the Wildcats in each sport. If he didn't go pro in the NFL, he might have chosen Major League Baseball. Brian was a standout in the field and on the mound every spring. As a sophomore, Brian posted an 8-1 record with a sterling 1.99 ERA on the diamond, pairing with current Hall of Famer Greg Moville to form one of the most dominant pitching duos in Ohio history. Brian started the state title game that season and was the winning pitcher as the Cats won the school's first ever OHSAA baseball championship. In addition to his pitching prowess, Brian was a dominant power hitter and co-holds the school record for career home runs at 18. Brian was a 2-year starter at quarterback for the Wildcats. Brian is the school's career leader in passing yards at 4,791 and also is in the record books for the longest TD pass in school history, 98 yards to Chris Rigo. Brian earned All-District and Special Mention All-Ohio honors his senior season. Brian went on to a standout career at Michigan State University. He was a 4-year letter winner and a 2-year starter and captain his senior season. At the time of his graduation, he was ranked in the top 10 of 5 passing categories in MSU history: passing attempts, passing yards, passing completions, passing TDs, and completion percentage. Brian also had the 3rd most 200-yard passing games in Michigan State history. Brian was a 2-time All-Big Ten honorable mention honoree. Brian was signed as a free agent by the New England Patriots in 2009. He played in 79 games and has thrown for over 10,000 yards along with 53 TDs for 8 teams during his time in the NFL. Congratulations to Brian, one of the best 2-sport athletes in St. Ignatius history. Congratulations on your enshrinement in the St. Ignatius Hall of Fame. Our final inductee is Jerome Robinson from the class of 2010. A 4-year letter winner, Jerome is one of only 5 wrestlers in St. Ignatius history to win 2 OHSAA wrestling championships. Jerome was a 4-time state qualifier and a 3-time state placer. Jerome posted a career record of 124-17, with those losses coming to a handful of competitors, all of whom went on to win state, national, and Olympic titles. Alongside David Habit, his classmate, Jerome led the Cats to top 5 finishes in the OHSAA state tournament his junior and senior seasons. He won the OHSAA state championship at 112 pounds his junior season in one of the most exciting matches I've ever watched, as he defeated a St. Edward wrestler in overtime. He won another OHSAA state title at 119 pounds his senior year in dominating fashion as he controlled the match throughout, saving all of us from lots of gray hairs. Jerome also placed 3rd in the OHSAA tournament his freshman year. Jerome excelled against the top competition in the country and was the 2009 Super 32 champion. That is considered the most competitive preseason tournament in America. He was also a 3-time Catholic Invitational champion, a 3-time Brecksville Holiday Tournament placer, and Jerome continued his wrestling career at Old Dominion University, where he placed in ODU's conference tournament and qualified for the NCAA National Championship tournament. As good a wrestler as Jerome was, he was an even better young man. I am so happy to welcome him to the St. Ignatius Hall of Fame. Congratulations, Jerome. As you can see, we have an incredible group of inductees this year. I hope you can join us on August 16th at Wildcats Roar as we celebrate these young men and everything they have given to St. Ignatius High School. Good luck and God bless.